It is a Super Sunday across the board here in England and in Scotland, but of course, for football, you know what we cover. So we're talking about St Mirren and Rangers starting 11s. We're going to start with St Mirren. I've already covered Rangers on my channel, but you know what? I'll still cover it here. But we're going to talk about St Mirren first, if that's all right. The home team, the team in Paisley, the team that's fighting for a European spot up against Dundee. Both teams taking on the Old Firm today, so it's going to be interesting to see which one of them can get a result, because I think there'll be an upset. But for who? Chris Kamara. Well, they've got Hemming in goal. They've got Bolton, Gogic, Fraser, and Strain. I look at Gogic, right, and I just think Gogic is pish. I used to think he was good, right, but I don't know what it is. It seems like every game I watch St Mirren in, the guy just makes like a colossal mistake. But here, I'm used to seeing colossal mistakes at the back from my defenders being Rangers. So anyway, Gogic, not ideal. Rangers definitely can do something there. O'Hara, brilliant player for St Mirren, their captain. Lloyd Munce, good player as well. Got Tanser in there. McManaman, of course, signed from Glentoran in the summer. Has he had a decent season? Couldn't really tell you if Conor McManaman's had a decent season or not, but here he's the record Northern Irish League transfer, like, so that must mean something. Then we've got Mandarin and we've got Kilty up front for St Mirren. I think St Mirren, I'm not going to say they need to get a result today, but they've been awful against the Old Firm, and I don't want them to get a result, obviously, but they need to turn it up, because the way that the recent form's been going, I think Dundee are going to get fifth. And what I see, like, St Mirren's season, if they finish sixth, it's not that it would be poor, but it would be disappointing considering the position they were in, I think. Considering, I mean, a couple of weeks ago, you're like, oh, Dundee, man, they're not even going to make top six, and now they probably, well, I mean, they have made top six, but they're probably going to make top five. I think so, and that's not because of today. I'm not saying that Dundee are going to scalp Celtic 6-0, right? But I think in this split, Dundee can get a job done. It was crucial for them to get that draw against Rangers, because now it means that they beat St Mirren, they would go ahead of them, and that's, obviously there's St Mirren, Dundee. There's a lot more games to go. I mean, they've still got to play the Old Firm again, the either side, Hearts and Kelly. It's going to be interesting, but that's your St Mirren team, decent enough. And then we move into Rangers, and obviously the big talking point at Rangers is, oh God, injuries. But Connor Goldson, not injured, not playing. Is it the best correct decision? Yes. I know there's a lot of hate for John Suter at the minute. You know what? Rightfully so. But seriously, I mean, does it really matter if it's between Goldson or Suter that's starting? It probably doesn't. So people need to stop greeting. See, at the end of the day, see, as long as it's Leon Balogun in there, 35 Leon Balogun, 35-year-old Leon Balogun, not number 35. I'll take it, because you know what? That's a positive in my eyes. Borna Barisic, though, is the opposite of a positive, coming in there at left back. The guy's leaving, right? He's been a shite bag his whole career. Like, was it against Kelly? I think it was against Kelly when they got the goal. I remember that, where he was frailing about at the corner flag, and the ref gave a free kick to Kelly. And then, yeah, was there like the slightest contact on Barisic? Maybe, but it was pathetic, man. The guy, see, today we are going to see Lundstrom pass it to Barisic, and then Barisic run forward 5 yards, then run back, and just pass it straight to Jack Butland. I'm sick of seeing it. And you know what? It doesn't actually matter how bad or how good Borna Barisic plays today. See, if we get beat or drop points, he is going to be a scapegoat simply because he's in the team. And that's what happens, though, when you get the reputation that he has gathered over the past couple of years. Sad to see, but here, no else is sad to see. Rangers losing a fucking league title due to the mentality of these cunts. So anyway, let's move on to not Borna Barisic, John Lundstrom. We have got Diamonde in there as well. I mean, I think it picks itself. I mean, ideally, I wouldn't have wanted to see Lundstrom in there, because it looks like he's going to Trabzonspor. So that is, I mean, I say it's disappointing, but again, we're not. Why not start Nico Raskin? Honestly, like, if you think of it, right, in this Rangers team here, we're starting two guys that are on the way out, in Barisic and Barisic. Wish we were just getting rid of two Barisic and Lundstrom. Silva, who I think his head's gone. You're looking at like nearly a quarter of the team that's heads up its arse. So that's not a good look. Cantwell in the cam position, that's great. That's what I like to see. Dujon Stone on the right. I mean, I ranted about this for 10 minutes on my channel, so I'm not going to repeat it too much here. I would switch Tav and Sterling a bit. That's just my opinion. And then we've got obviously Silva on the left, and then Desser's up front. Desser's, of course, scored the only goal when these two met at the start of January. It was so hopefully Rangers need goals though. The goal difference is what 5 in Celtic's favour, which is actually kind of insane to think about, considering like a couple of games ago Rangers top of the league. Well, not top of the league, but they were behind with all the games to go, and like the goal difference was pretty level. So really disappointing. But come on, Rangers, get the finger out. And 12:30, guys. Less than an hour to kick off. Leave your thoughts down below. We'll be back with all the action. We might do player reviews. It depends. Like if the game's so bad and there's not much to talk about, I think it's hard to do player reviews. Like player ratings, sorry, but like I mean the Ross County game, I think would have been a decent one to do. See, at Dundee won the 0-0. That was like it was one of the worst games of football I've ever seen. Honestly, horrendous. But aye, we're back very soon. Till then, peace.